Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Rabbi Goodson here. How in the world are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope during this quarantine you're taking care and you're taking care of yourself. That you are being active and that you are studying the Torah. I've made videos, ever since this thing started. Where we had to be quarantined, where we had to, be by ourselves and all that. I have made videos after video after video stating that we really needed to get back to the Torah, that we needed that maybe this is what Yahweh Elohim wanted us to do by using it. Now, one of the things that I have been told, I've been asked by almost everybody, did Yahweh Elohim cause this? No, I'm not going to say that he did. I will not say that. But at the same token, I'm very positive that he is going to use this to wake us up. And you see, let me tell you how this got started. It was over there in China. Now, over there in China, they have a different delicacy than we do. They eat different things than we do here. And many of them are on the Torah do not eat list. The Torah's do not eat list. One of them is bats. The kind that, bats are not supposed to be eaten. Basically they're a flying rodent. Okay? That's why they are susceptible to diseases. And the thing is, they were eating bats that were diseased. Okay, and they're still doing it, by the way. And since this was a strict violation, we have this pandemic now, the coronavirus. But you see, this is what I'm telling you. Why I keep on harping that we need to obey the Torah. Everybody. It's not just for the Jews. It's not, you want to live a healthier life? You want to avoid things like this? The Torah is the answer. That is why there are certain animals we don't eat, that we're told, don't eat. They are unclean for you. Your body is not set up to have them, to properly digest them. And as a result, you can get diseases. You can get sick. And so we must obey the Torah in this. In the Torah, in Leviticus, it tells us what we can eat. Don't eat the pig. Why? Well, I've been through this I don't know how many times. But I'll tell you, because it is unclean. They have the same digestive system as we do. And what they eat is put into the meat. You give them slop, that's what you're going to be eating. When I had my synagogue up in Dumas, Texas, I did a little experiment for a guy that loved pork, loved pulled pork. I had him buy a pork butt for me. And I made 3 cuts in it, or 2 cuts in it, laid it. I put Coca-Cola, a full 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola on that pork butt. Within 20, 25 minutes, there were worms coming out. Worms. Worms, I don't know if you can see that, about that size of the small part, coming out of the pork. And some of these parasites, you cannot cook it enough in order to kill them. They are resistant. Pigs, swine, were meant to keep the land clean. Same thing with the shrimp. You got a lot of people and they love shrimp. I get it. I don't like it myself, but I get it. But you know, shrimp's known as the cockroaches of the sea for a specific reason. One, they make sure that the ocean is clean. That's right. And number two, they're called cockroaches of the sea because they are related to the cockroach of the land. You wouldn't eat a cockroach here on land, would you? Then why would you eat a shrimp? In fact, a scientist, I believe he was in the University of Louisiana, I think. I was reading this, and this was a couple of years ago. A scientist went and actually bred a land cockroach with a shrimp. You know what? It was successful. Yeah. I think the shrimp was a male and the cockroach was a female. Successfully bred a cockroach with a shrimp. If you won't eat a land cockroach because they're dirty, why would you eat a shrimp? Why would you eat a shrimp if you wouldn't eat a cockroach here on land? Because that's exactly what you're doing. So, you see, when you violate the Torah, you bring judgment upon yourself. When you eat food that is not, that the Torah tells us, don't eat, you get sick. You know, now before you Christians start saying, well, you know, Peter had that dream of all the animals coming down on a tarp, and he said, not so, my Lord. And the voice said, that what the Lord has made clean, do not call unclean. He wasn't talking about a menu. He was talking about people. Again, I've covered this ad nauseam. Peter was an Orthodox Jew, and according to Orthodox Jews, you don't have anything to do with Gentiles. Gentiles are unclean. And so, this was the vision. And if you read right after he had that vision and woke up from it, emissaries from Cornelius appeared at the door. And he even said, I had a dream to go with you. That's what that dream was. That's what that vision was about. It wasn't about what we should eat or should not eat. It was about going to the Gentiles. Okay? But you see, bottom line is this. When you violate the Torah, you bring judgment upon yourself. And I believe that during this time of quarantine, during this time that we are supposed to be quarantined and be separated, social distancing, I believe the word is, you need to let's get back into the Torah. Even if you're not Jewish, start reading the Torah. Start learning how to follow the Torah. You know, I've said this, I don't know how many times. Don't look at the Torah as 613 separate laws meant to restrict you. Look at the Torah as 613 ways that Yahweh Elohim tells you he loves you and he wants to protect you. You know, a lot of people also say, well, the Torah without Yeshua, without Jesus. Well, in my case, the Torah is with Yeshua. Because, you see, Yeshua taught us how to follow the Torah. He didn't do away with it. He even said so in Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I have come to abolish the Torah or the teachings of the prophets. I have not come. Now, if he said in the beginning of that, of verse 17, and in the middle of the verse, don't think it, I have not done that, how then can he say, when he said, I've come to fulfill them, how then can he say, oh, but I've come to do away with it? Does not do away with and abolish mean the same thing? Does not abolish and do away with mean the same thing? So how can he say in one part of that verse, I have not come to do away with them, but then I came to do away with? When you say that and you start thinking that way, you're making him a hypocrite. You're making him a liar. Furthermore, Paul never said we shouldn't follow the Torah. He said it can't save you, which is true. But we're still to follow because salvation is through obedience. Salvation is through Yeshua HaMashiach. But we follow the Torah through Yeshua HaMashiach. We don't do it on ourselves. That's what Paul was saying when he said in Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Yeshua Messiah who strengthens me. That's what he was saying. He was saying that in and of myself, I cannot follow the Torah. But through Yeshua Messiah, I can the right way. Okay? And that is what he was talking about. Don't do it of yourself. You do it through Yeshua Messiah. You do it through him. And that is why he came. And that is why we follow the Torah. Because we are commanded to follow the Torah. We're commanded to obey it. You know, one of the things that I just love, people seem to think that, you see, in Isaiah, Yahweh Elohim said, and you shall keep this covenant forever and ever and ever. It shall be a sign unto you forever. That you shall obey this sign. That it shall be a covenant, a sign of the covenant. You know, in Exodus 31, 16 and 17, it says this, and we say this, the Vishamru. The children of Israel shall keep the Shabbat, the Sabbath, observing it throughout their generations as an everlasting covenant. It is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed. And it shall come to pass from one new moon to another, from one Shabbat to another, or one Sabbath to another, all flesh shall come to worship before me, says the Lord. Now, notice what it says here in Isaiah 66:23. that it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, one Sabbath to another, all, not some, all flesh shall come to worship before me. All flesh. That means Christian, that's you as well. If you are having a pastor and he's telling you, oh, by the way, you don't have to follow the Torah. It's been done away with. Run! Because, you know, one of my, excuse me, I'm kind of sweating. It's not hot, but it's humid. One of my favorite pastors on TikTok is Pastor Locke. And I watch him. I don't agree with a lot of the stuff he says, but I watch him. Anyway, Pastor Locke today was talking about Andrew Cuomo. And how Andrew Cuomo said, it wasn't God that did this, it was us that brought the numbers down. Not God and not faith. And Pastor Locke said, you can voluntarily call him Lord and the King of Kings and Lord of Lords now because you want to or voluntarily, or you will be doing it later. And you know, that's what I'm saying to all you Christians. Start following the Torah now. Start following it so that you will be able to, because you see, when he comes back, he's not coming back as a meek and mild rabbi. He's coming back as a conquering king. He's coming back as a ruler to rule with a rod of iron. You will be doing it. Okay? You will be following the Torah. Okay? You will be doing it. So you might as well get into the habit now. Because when he comes back on his second coming, Yahweh Elohim, Yeshua HaMashiach, is not coming back as a meek and mild rabbi. He's coming back as a conquering king. And he ain't going to be like, oh, you're so wonderful. He's going to rule with a rod of iron, where you will be doing it. So now you got a choice. You can do it now voluntarily. You can learn to do it now. Or you will be doing it, or you'll be cast out. Now that is your choice, my brothers and sisters. I'm sorry if you don't like it, but I'm just a messenger boy here. Talk with Yahweh Elohim about that. Take it up with him. Because I'm just the messenger. And this is what he says. And he doesn't tell me personally about this. This is what he says in the Bible. You either do it now willingly, and you learn to do it willingly, or you will be doing it in the kingdom forcefully. What does it say? Every knee shall bow, and every tongue shall confess. You can do it now willingly, of your own accord, or you can be forced to do it. And he will force you to do it on the day of judgment, when he comes back. Because like I said, he ain't coming back as a meek and mild rabbi. He's coming back as a conquering king. So you know, during this quarantine, my brothers and sisters, get into the Torah. Start learning the Torah. May Adonai bless and keep you. May Adonai cause his face to shine upon you. May Adonai lift his countenance to you and be gracious to you. And may Adonai grant you shalom. Now, also, I wanted to tell you that today I'm going to be holding virtual Shabbat. And it's going to be on TikTok. I'm going to be having it. on TikTok, and it's going to be at about 7 o'clock Central Time. I'm in Dallas, Texas, so Texas is a Central Time state. I believe it's a Central Daylight. Well, it's 7 o'clock. I don't even worry about that anymore because my cell phone, my phone changes by itself. So 7 o'clock Central Time. Just figure it out for yourself. We'll be holding it here on TikTok, and we'll be doing a Shabbat service at 7 o'clock Central Time. I'm going to be doing it on Facebook, and tonight and tomorrow I might be doing, or not Facebook, but TikTok. I might be doing it. Also, the Yeshua ben David ministry could use your help, and the link to how you can donate will be in the description box. All right, my brothers and sisters, Shabbat Shalom. If you have TikTok, go to there. It'll be under Rabbi Charles Rex Goodson, or just Charles Rex Goodson. Follow me and you'll get notification. All right, everyone. Well, that's it. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.